Patrick Dentler with C3, one of the media sponsors for Amplify Austin Day. Hi, Patrick.
Hey, Judy, how are you?
Doing just great, and thank you. C3 Presents is the presenting sponsor for the first ever Amplify Live, and we sure appreciate that. How have you seen virtual experiences transform online fundraising?
Yeah, I mean, in our business, we've always used live streams to literally amplify our music outside of the festival gates, right? For people that aren't able to buy a ticket and get into one of our shows, we found that producing the live streams are a way to get the music out to a larger audience. Obviously, in 2020, with a lot of the music festivals going virtual, we found that a charitable component to those, especially with everything happening in 2020, was important. So I think in a lot of ways, our corporate partners, which are a lot of the ways that we offset live stream production costs, have found that they need to put their money where their mouth is. And so corporate sponsorships are no longer just throwing a logo on things, but really impacting change by putting their money where their mouth is and making an impact in a real tangible way.
Obviously, C3 knows the importance of a day like Amplify Austin to our community. What are some of your hopes for this big day in our city?
You know, I think in Austin, maybe unlike other cities in the nation, there's been a little bit of a inequity as far as how the pandemic has affected local businesses. If you're in tech or maybe in real estate, you might be thriving in the last year. But if you're in entertainment or hospitality, not so much. And in fact, a lot of us in those industries are struggling. So my hope would be that our neighbors in town that might be doing a little better might be able to pony up and help some of us that aren't doing so well in the last year.
So I know that C3 does support several nonprofits in our city. Talk about that. What are some of the groups you truly believe in and you think their mission is making a positive difference in our community?
Yeah, look, C3 is at its core is an office of a bunch of local Austinites that really just want to do good in our community. So anything that's important to a C3 employee is something that we either give money, tickets, or manpower to. Most notably, that's been the Austin Parks Foundation. Over the last 15 years, we've given over $40 million to local parks in Austin, not just Zilker Park, Auditorium Shores, and Republic Square, but also neighborhood parks all throughout the city. In 2019, we donated money, $150,000 to Mobile Loaves and Fishes Community First Village out on the east side. We love seeing that money go towards phase 2 and helping chronic homelessness in Austin. Aside from that, throughout the year, we've done everything from, working at cleanups at Barton Springs with the Friends of Barton Springs and the Barton Springs Conservancy. In the summertime, we'll do volunteer events with the Austin Parks Foundation. In the fall, we do a warehouse shift at the Capital Area Food Bank. And in the winter, we adopt 5 families for Operation Blue Santa to make sure that we can give them the holidays that they deserve. So throughout the year, if someone says, hey, I want to give tickets to this organization, I want to give manpower or money, we just try to find the ways to do that. But ultimately, it's been the ticket buyers of ACL Festival that have given the most to local parks and the Austin Parks Foundation.
So C3 gives back in so many ways. I'd love for you to inspire other people and other groups that may be watching right now to support Amplify Austin Day.
Yeah, I mean, I think as far as our industry goes, I think there's hope and optimism that by the end of the year, we will have another concert again in the live music capital of the world. But until we get there, we need help. I encourage everyone to make a donation now in March so that the spring and summer that these organizations can survive through the spring and summer and get to that light at the end of the tunnel. We're almost there, but Amplify Austin this year is at a perfect time to be able to make sure that those businesses not just thrive, but survive to get us through the end of the year.
Well, we're all missing those live concerts, and we can't wait for things to get back to normal again so we can celebrate the live music capital of the world. Thank you, Patrick Dentler and C3, for all that you do for Amplify Austin and for our community as a whole.
Cool. Thanks, Judy.